Welcome back. It is now time to continue our quest for a corrupted wind crystal. I'm a bit stuffy today, so voices might be a little off, but I'll just have to deal with that. Eh? Corrupted crystals? Madam, I've no interest in being the butt of your jokes, so if you've no other reason for addressing me, kindly leave me be. No, I've got this pot, see? Well, I'll be damned, Professor Lambertate did send you. Beg your pardon, it seems we got off on the wrong foot. I'm Sayana, greatest of the Professor's pupils, which is doubtless why he bid you seek me out. Indeed, I am an accomplished scholar with an extensive background in... Oh, gods, just listen to me prattle on and on. I must have given this introduction a dozen times by now. As I told the Professor in my many missives, I believe that the area surrounding Pharaoh Sirius is replete with corrupted crystals of exceptional strength. Unfortunately, I've yet to test my hypothesis, as all access to the Isles of Umbra is prohibited at present for reasons unknown to me. You see, my attempts to acquire this information are often met with annoyance and disdain. It's rather puzzling, since I always take the time to explain my motivations in great detail to the subjects of my questioning. Mayhap you will have better luck wresting information from these yellow jackets. I've all but given up at this point. I will do my best. You in here? No. I walk past you. Oh, you're in here. No. Bird's eye view time. Ah. How'd you get there? Ah! You startled me! Don't you know better than to sneak up on a person at a time like this? What with all this fatuous gossip of spirits and specters haunting the Isles of Umbra, just because I know it's nonsense doesn't make it any less frightening. So that's a no, then. You're keen on traveling to the Isles of Umbra? Bloody hells, lass, are you drunk or just crazy? Ain't nothing there but death, death and more death. Stuck. The Isles of Umbra? What interest have you in that god's forsaken place? Ever since we were forced to abandon Pharaoh Sirius, the Isles have become not more than a graveyard for ships unable to navigate the shores, and a purgatory for souls dragged down to the depths with them. So, no one is gonna let us go. Ah, Asuka, you've returned. Tell me of your findings. Really? Infested with the undead, you say? That is very, very interesting development. Excuse me for a moment while I gather my thoughts. Worry not, my friend. I've given your findings some thought, and I've concluded that this talk of spirits is not more than local folklore. As for why all travel to the Isles of Umbra is restricted, mayhap it's considered too dangerous owing to the abandonment of Pharaoh Sirius. Yes, well, anyway, while you were questioning those yellow jackets, I paid a visit to the local pub, since even an esteemed scholar like myself enjoys dulling her wits on occasion. It was there that I heard tell of a man named Skifrin, who was recently detained after returning from, wait for it, the Isles of Umbra. This is the first I've heard of someone actually traveling to and from there, so I'm curious as to how he obtained permission. Mind having a chat with him in my stead? He was arrested after all, so I'm somewhat reticent to approach him myself. Yes, I will go talk to your criminal. I have to go back. She calls to me, sings to me. Tell Mimidoa I'm sorry. Give him this. He was right. Or you could release me. Yes, release me. I will go and tell her. Let me go and tell her. That sounds ominous. What did Skifford have to say? That's not terribly helpful. I couldn't care less how much he misses his favourite bar wench. But what was that about a man named Mimidoa? Wait, I know that name. That's that bastard who grabbed my arse the other day at the pub. Well, if you want to give him that feather, be my guest. I'm not going anywhere near him and his wandering hands. Perhaps I shall injure him. Another initiate, are ye? No, then what are ye? Speak up, missy, I can't hear ye. Bugger me, is this what I think it is? Nah, couldn't be. You found this, you say? Where you say you found it? Skiffrin, you say? Was hoping to have a word with the lad, but it sounds like there's not left twixt his ears. He was supposed to help patch up Pharaoh, serious he was. Company sent me to supervise a lot of them. Weren't getting work done on their own, see? Half of them walked off, half of them ran off, and half of them ended up vanished. What's that? You be looking for passage to the Isles of Umbra? Why didn't you say so? I've been thinking of dispatching someone to take a look on behalf of old Mimidoa. Tell him how the land lies. Ain't nobody been interested till you came a-calling. Whole port's up in arms about spirits and so forth. If I had the gill, I'd hire some sellswords and let 'em sort it out. But you'll do it a pinch, you will. Show this parchment to the skipper and he'll take you there and back. Let's tell Sienna. So you went and had a word with Mimidoa. I hope the valuable time you saw fit to waste amounted to something. You mean that disgusting creature was Skifford's superior? I find that hard to believe, but this written passage does appear to be genuine, so it must be true. I must say it is a relief to work with such an industrious woman as you. I look forward to hearing of the discoveries you will make on the Isles of Umbra without me. Wait, you scared? Fine, I fail to see the justification for dragging me along on your journey, but if you insist, I will go as well. But 12 is my witness. If you leave me behind to be devoured by some horrid abomination, I shall come back and haunt you. That's fair. Take me to the Isles of Umbra, she bids. If it's as simple as, oh, see you've got her into passage. All right then, climb aboard. And here we are, the Isles of Umbra. This doesn't seem all that bad. I'm not saying I'd like to build a summer home here, but oh, the hell's with this. Here, take your pot and go on without me. You've harvested corrupted crystals before, right? So it isn't as though you require my assistance. Speak to the man guarding the gate. I'm sure he'll let you in. Now, if you would please excuse me. She ran off. Hello, David. Beg your pardon, madam, but how did you come here? Access to the island is currently restricted. I've got this pot. An old pot. I'm not sure I follow. Oh, I see. You wish to harvest a corrupted crystal. Sorry, friend, but you may have to return empty-handed. Well, that's not gonna work. The writ Master Mimidoa gave you may grant you access to the island, but only authorized personnel may proceed past this point. Why, you ask? Look up and see for yourself. When that giant mass of crystal struck the lighthouse, it caused severe damage to both the structure and the machinery within that once powered the beacon. Aye, contrary to what the small folk would have you believe, the fires of Pharaoh Sirius were not the product of a mage's thaumaturgy or a colossal arcane bomb, but an elaborate contraption fueled by ethereal energy. Repairs are still ongoing, but it's anyone's guess when they'll be complete. What's worse, all work has ceased since rumors of the Walking Dead drove off our entire crew. Not that those rumors are incorrect. I've observed the fiends from a distance at the ship graveyard to the south. What's drawn them to our shores is still a mystery, though. I'll make you a deal, Asuka. Help me unravel this mystery, and I'll bring you your corrupted crystal. In fact, I shall begin searching for one that satisfies your requirements. As for where to begin your inquiries into the situation, it so happens that a party of 3 adventurers came ashore not long ago, seeking to scavenge valuable trinkets from the ship graveyard. I'd be surprised if they knew nothing of the undead infestation. So it might behoove you to question them. I'll do that. You. It's all there for the taking. 5 bleeding years worth of wrecks and their cargo. But those queer dead things and that voice, actually, the voice was quite nice. What about you, Lewis? Gods, that voice, that single fleeting verse. I can still hear it. Stay clear of the southern shore, friend. It took every ounce of my strength to resist. And you? You saw 'em too, right? Dead people. Just shambling about without a care in the world. Except when they do seem to care, that is, and start shuffling towards the water. Let's go back to David. This talk of an alluring voice is disturbingly familiar, as if... But that's impossible. They're all dead, aren't they? Who's all dead? What if they have returned? That would mean... Oh, beg your pardon, I was just, thinking about something. Which reminds me I received word that Master Mimidoa would be arriving any moment. Apparently, he grew frustrated waiting for the sweet young lass with skin as soft as phoenix down to return, which I'm assuming is you. I don't know what sort of arrangement you had, but you should probably go and explain yourself. Okay. What's been keeping you in this yet? I ain't getting any younger, you know. Some honey-voiced harlot's been calling out to folk that wander near the ship graveyard, and it stirred up the dead and all. Bloody hells, takes me back to me days as a cannon boy sailing under old Mistbeard. But they wouldn't dare, would they? Not after the lesson we learned them last time. Bah, they bloody would, though, wouldn't they, the brazen old biddies? Some folks said as the first purge would be the last, but I knew deep down in me bones as this day would come. And come it has, aye? I'd bet me bum ear a siren's behind all this. Nay, not one of the sanguine variety, this yet. I speak of the other kind, them what's got feathers and lure sailors to a watery grave with their sweet, sweet song. Oh, but it don't end there. No, drowning's just the start. See, even in death a man stays bound to the beast, forced to do her bidding. till his corpse can't do it no more. 'Tis a fate I wouldn't wish on me worst enemy, 'cept maybe in drink, and I'd regret it after. Any road, 'tis up to us to stop this hell's-born hussy before she takes another soul. Course we can't send you marching off to war without these. The siren don't have no power or a man as can't hear her song. 'Tis lucky for you I carry a spare pair, and lucky for the both of us I'm a superstitious old sod, eh? Well, she ain't coming to us, so we'd best head o'er to her. To the ship graveyard, initiate. That's kind of a long walk. Let's ride a tank instead. If she passes near the shore, she's sure to spy the campfire and come looking. Just a matter of waiting now. Yes, let's wait for the siren. Oh, I'm beginning to wonder if some sly bugger ain't spun us a yarn here. Even though I fell asleep. Quiet! Do you hear that? 'Tis her! Look out! O'er the water, she's come, Nishian! She's come! There she is. Quick, lass, shove them plugs in your ears and get ready for a fight. As soon as she realizes you're deaf to her ditties, she'll call on her thralls, and we'll be up to our necks in corpses before you know it. You're not gonna stay? He ran away. She's singing, and it's not working. There we go. Is that all you got? She's getting frustrated that her song isn't working on us. Come and fight me yourself. Oh, she's sending bubbles after me that I can't target. Big skeleton. Ah! I guess she's not gonna come fight us herself. Eh? Am I alright? Ha! I'm better than that, initiate. Happy as a sailor in a whorehouse I am. Of course, I'd be happy as a sailor with two Watsits if we'd gutted the songstress. But you cannot have everything, can you? She'll not come crooning round here again, though. Not for a while, any road. And if she does, well, we know what to do, don't we? Thanks to the help of Bugger me, I've clean forgot your name. Remind me. Asuka? Don't recall having no initiate by that name. But if you're not me old mate, what's name? Why have you been so bloody helpful? Ah, never mind. Be seeing you, lassie. Back to David. David, give me crystal. You mean it was a siren? Oh, but how were you able to resist her song? I see. Had heard that Master Mimidoa was involved in the first purge, but I never actually... Having survived an ordeal like that, I can't blame him for carrying earplugs around with. Anyway, I have something for you. The corrupted crystal you wanted, safely sealed within the pot, just as you requested. Please take it with my compliments. Thank you. Let's go back to Sienna now. Oh, it's you! Welcome back, Asuka. You're looking remarkably hale, I must say, and more importantly, alive. You are alive, aren't you? Yep. Aha! The conquering hero returns bearing a gift. Might I have a closer look? Impressive. Very impressive indeed. Yes, I think you'll be quite pleased with this specimen. Congratulations, Asuka. Seldom, if ever, have I encountered a corrupted crystal composed of such a volatile overabundance of fire-aspected ether. What? You wanted a corrupted crystal composed of ice-aspected ether to counteract the effects of a raging wind? Aha. Well, this specimen won't help you there. Anyone who knows anything about the elements can tell you that. You'll just have to keep looking, I suppose. Yeah, so... where to? Don't fret now. I know exactly where you can find a corrupted crystal comprised of ice-aspected ether. An associate of mine in Gridania has been studying the effects of one such crystal on living beings. Hey, what's with that expression? I thought you would be pleased to hear this news. This is not another wild dodo chase, I assure you. But what's even better is that this time you needn't use that warded pot of yours to protect yourself from the crystal's energies. Hayden's findings suggest that it is quite safe. Why, you ask? Well, let's just say that it has undergone a unique process that has rendered such precautions unnecessary. Anyway, do not let me keep you. It has been a pleasure, Asuka. Come back and see me sometime, alright? To Gridania, then. Let's see. Over by Makedo's amphitheater. Head in. Please give me a crystal. Greetings and salutations. Miss Hassenpepper, I presume? Sienna informed me of your adventures in Aleport. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding, though as Professor Lambertain is fond of saying, no action taken in the name of science is ever truly wasteful. To the matter at hand, corrupted crystals possessing the properties you seek can be found in abundance at the standing courses following the calamity. Alas, that is no longer the case, and while there is at least one suitable crystal that remains to be found within the Twelveswood, precisely where it is at any given moment is more difficult to say. Permit me to explain. You are familiar with spriggans, yes? The furry little rascals that are wont to seek out ores and other stones? Well, one such creature with an infamously insatiable appetite has single-handedly devoured every corrupted crystal in the 12-foot. Fortunately for you, these crystals take an eternity to digest, assuming they can even be digested, and I am reasonably confident that one still resides within his gut. It's quite fascinating, really. My theory is that Giggity first consumed the corrupted crystal when... you couldn't care less about all this, could you? To the point, then. Giggity seldom makes his presence felt unless there's particularly fine fodder to be had. Therefore, we shall require a lure, and I have precisely the sort he will find impossible to resist. Simply place this true heart. I shall save the story of the origin of its unusual name for another occasion, outside of the Spriggan's lair, and wait for the opportune moment to pounce. As for the method by which you retrieve the crystal from his gut, I shall leave that to your discretion. Okay. Let's go do that. Gotta fly quite a distance. Come out, Giggity. Whoa, you're a big one. Back to Hedon. Hedon, please say this is the crystal I need. Abide by the video game rule of 3. Pray do not sneak up on me like that. I was engrossed in... Wait, what is that? What is that god's awful smell? My word, that is a breathtakingly beautiful crystal. I see my supposition was not mistaken. And I also see you weren't averse to digging through Spriggan entrails for your prize. We owe our furry friend a debt of gratitude, you know. This thick coating of digestive juices is protecting us from the harmful effects of the crystal, just as the warded pot you once used did. Why so glum, friend? You've finally obtained the corrupted crystal you sought, one overflowing with earth-aspected ether. Ha! Calm down, I jest. It is comprised of ice-aspected ether, worry not. I suppose that joke was in poor taste, considering your previous 2 attempts were not. Yes, give me back the crystal, please. Beg your pardon, Oscar, I forgot to return your crystal to you. Oh, and there was a message for you from Professor Lambertine. Something about a man named Marcus? Apparently the professor misses the intellectual stimulation. Forgive me, I should have written it down. It occurs to me that I have yet to ask why you needed that crystal. You aren't planning anything nefarious, are you? It would reflect poorly on me and my research if it was used for evil ends. Ah well, perhaps it's best I remain ignorant. I didn't become the professor's greatest pupil by filling my head with unnecessary information. Finally, now we can go back to Sid. We don't even have to leave Gridania to do it. Whee! Please let me through to the airship landing. Thank you. Sid, I have the crystal. All repairs and modifications have been completed, Asuka. Once you bring me that crystal, nothing will stand between us and Garuda. I'll need to run some tests to be sure, but this looks to be exactly what we need. Worry not, Asuka. I'll see that your hard work doesn't go to waste. The Enterprise is already more than a common airship. But mark my words, soon it will become something greater, something extraordinary. This is me. This is what I was born to do. Yes. According to my tests, the device is now functioning in perfect harmony with the crystal, meaning we can leave whenever you're ready. But you must understand, tests can only tell one so much. Until we approach the Howling Eye, until we attempt to breach the barrier itself, I cannot be sure that this will work. I think it only fair to tell you that there is a small but statistically significant chance that the crystal can trigger a massive... Mayhap it's better that we remain positive. Asuka, I want to thank you for reuniting me with my ship, for trusting me to develop this plan, for everything. You've helped me to rediscover a part of myself I'd forgotten. I am not the man I once was, and I do not know if I ever shall be. But I do know one thing. This feels right. My apologies for the sudden outpouring of sentiment. I would have waited until after the mission, but, well, you understand. Off we go.
There. She's ready.
Ah, she stirs. To Kurthus, and an audience with the Harpy Queen Garuda. Enterprise, engage.
Alphino thinks he's Captain Picard.
Damn it. I once flew in this airship, and I was not alone. There were adventurers on board. Adventurers like you. Just how long have I worn these damn goggles? Ah, yes, I fancied myself a trendsetter in my younger days. The young prodigy, admired by all, exactly like his father. Born and raised in Garlemald. It was only natural that the precocious young student should become an engineer. Had his father not done the same? Father, when did we stop seeing eye to eye? When did Meteor become your everything, and your loved ones cease to matter? You abandoned us all, but he was there for me, Father. There for me when you were not. Though he proved no better in the end. Gaius was just another man, with an all-consuming obsession. And so I ran, left the Empire behind and came to Eorzea, where I built the ironworks. Ah yes, it was then that I first donned these goggles. Eorzea opened my eyes. It was home to so many manner of people, each with their own hopes and dreams. People worth saving, and so I fought beside them. I wanted to prove that my knowledge could serve a nobler purpose. I wanted to prove that there was another way. And it all began that day when I found my new home. I had forgotten how wonderful it was. The wind in your hair, the endless sky. That light. It was you, wasn't it? It's surprising how few people know this, but all pure-blood Garleans have a third eye. Perhaps mine helped me recognize you, or perhaps it was just a lucky guess. The Enterprise was made for this, to carry Eorzea's protectors into battle. I am proud to be able to call her my own.
Sid? What exactly do you remember?
Alphinaud, my boy, sorry to have been such a burden. I remember everything. My name, my people, and my purpose. Everything. Come, it would be rude to keep Garuda waiting.
All our efforts, all our travails, all of it was for this. Make ready, Asuka, for the end is nigh, be it hers or your own. Time to fight Garuda. This is another fight that we'll do solo. Who dares intrude upon my sanctuary? Your insolence shall not go unpunished, landwalkers. Well preserved. She's huge. As I live and breathe. Over there, look. She's captured kobolds and Amalja. Amalja and kobold prisoners. But why would the Ixal bring them here? Wherefore come you hither, foolish mortals? Garuda... Oh, that's not her talking, it's Elfina. Garuda, we are come to put an end to your reign of terror. Hear you this blasphemy, my children? These landwalkers would bring me low. And who are you who are bound to crawl upon the earth shall revere me, for I am the wind. Did we not take to the skies and slip your defenses? We are bound by nothing, Garuda. You think your playthings give you strength? They will not help you here, Landwalker. This is my realm, where none can challenge my supremacy. Struggle though you may, I shall slake the roots with your blood, and festoon the canopy with your entrails. Ha 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 ha! Squawk! Slay the unfeathered ones we shall. As an offering to Garuda they will serve. Leave the Ixal to us, Asuka. We will keep them distracted while you deal with her. Do not fail, Asuka. Remember, you fight for the Scions, for Eorzea. I didn't plan on it. This worm would die by mine own hand? Come then, I shall grant you that which you seek. No! 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 What? How in the hells? Ha ha ha! This is my realm! You have no hope here! None! None! Did you truly believe you could defy a god, Landwalkers? My power is limitless, my children legion, and they have rendered unto me a wealth of crystals. Their gifts sustain me, their faith empowers me. None save my children will escape the reckoning, mortals, and those who would use my crystals to waken the rest shall realize the folly of their faith. Then all shall worship none but me, the one true God. Of course, worship. So long as the Ix'll keep praying, she will never fall. Then let's stop them. No harm will come to you, my children. This is only the beginning, Landwalkers. All who oppose me shall suffer for their defiance. Soon the worms of the forest shall receive my judgment. The desert vermin next. Their walls of stone will not shield them from the tempest. And then will I take revenge on the sea lice. Their wooden boats cannot outrun the wind. Tremble, mortals, for I shall visit you all in time, and all shall be mine, all mine. You, Landwalker, you who dared to raise your hand against me, you shall be the first to pay for your sins. Not with your death, but with your life. You will serve me, Landwalker, to your last breath. About that. No, I claimed you. You should be mine. Oh. We just telekinetically ripped a crystal out of her chest. What? What are you? What have you done to me? No mortal should possess such power. This is impossible. Beat her. Another cutscene.
Why do you not tremble at my might? Why do you not beg for mercy? Why do you not die? We've done it! Ah! Impossible it is!
Kill you all! Is that all? O Lady of the Vortex, O mighty Garuda, of all primals the most terrible, I say again, is that all?
Gaius!
Ah, Sid, my boy, you look well. For one who has forsaken kin and country, I wonder what else you will forsake before the day is done.
What?
What exactly did you hope to accomplish here this day? Well, I shall accomplish far more.
Is that all? Is that all? Insolent mortal! I shall make you suffer! That foul stench! I see now. She has touched you! Very well.
Seven hells, does she still mean to fight?
Our Lord of the Inferno Almighty brought us succor in our hour of need.
Save us, Titan, Lord of Crags! It hurts us so! The pain! The pain!
What is she? 12 preserve. She cannot mean to... No. No, this is all wrong.
Stop gawping, boy. We must run.
Surrender yourselves unto me. I would feast upon your ether. None shall stand against the wind.
Bear witness to the glory of the Empire!
That's not good.
It is you who will suffer, Garuda. Ancient Alec had ways of dealing with your kind. Now, look on their ultimate weapon, Icon, and despair.
No! No! No!
Magnificent. It exceeds all expectation.
This bodes ill for us.
With each primal it consumes, it grows more powerful. A marvel, is it not?
Such is the fate of those who oppose the Empire. There will be no warriors of light to save you this time. If your leaders are as wise as they are reported, they will surrender. Your skills are impressive, but they will not be enough.
FFXII, have mercy. What chance have we against such an ungodly creation? And who was that armored devil?
That was Gaius van Balsar, legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion, and Supreme Commander of the Garlean invasion force in Eorzea.
Of course. The Black Wolf. How could I not realize? Grandfather mentions him in his journal.
I was never so naive as to think the man would abandon his ambitions. But these developments are beyond my worst expectations. What have you been doing these past 5 years? How could something of this magnitude have escaped the Alliance's attention?
We heard no whispers, saw no signs. In the wake of the calamity, the Empire seized land and built outposts, but that was the extent of their aggression.
Damn it, Gaius! Where in the seven hells did you find that thing?
It has been a day of unexpected developments, but the fact remains, Garuda is no longer a threat. While I take no comfort in the manner of her downfall, it does mean that we may safely put the matter of the primals to one side, for the time being at least.
Which just leaves the matter of Gaius's new toy.
Indeed. That weapon poses the greatest threat to Eorzea. It must be destroyed. But first, we must needs find out all we can. Let us make for Vesper Bay. We shall rebuild the Scions. All is not yet lost, my friend, for we bear the light, and shall surely lead our people from the darkness.
Well, that was an experience I would rather not have again. Something has been troubling me, Oscar. Shortly before the Black Wolf took center stage, when Garuda attempted to claim you as her own, I could have sworn I saw... but I'm sure I was mistaken. In times of great stress, the evidence of the eye is apt to be misread by even the most inquiring mind. Forget I mentioned it. Returning to the subject of our earlier discussion, we may consider the matter of the primals closed until further notice. No beast tribe will dare summon their gods so long as that weapon exists. Truly, a more effective deterrent I could not imagine. It almost seems a shame to plot its destruction. It is past time we return to the Waking Sands. To leave our headquarters in disrepair any longer would be to dishonor the memory of those who fell there. We have been brought to our knees, but we will rest, rebuild, and rise once more. And we will take care of that when we come back.